Okay, we're going to go over the extra practice, which is on page 143. We're going to go over numbers 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, and 32. If you did it already and you want to check your answers, there they are. The answer number 20 is 50, 22 is 64, 24 is 222, number 26 is 178, number 28 is approximately 10 miles, number 30 is approximately 384, and number 32 is 60%. Now keep in mind these are sample answers. It's just what I got. Since we're estimating, your answer can be lower, it can be higher. The goal here is to try to get reasonably close to the original answer. Okay? If you're too far away, then you kind of did something wrong. And then I think today I'll show you a couple things I didn't show other lectures. So I really hope you pay attention to this one. All right, as always, read the directions. We'll start with number 20. Let's see, number 20. And do pencil instead. 20 states, estimate each percent have 35% of 147. All right, let's see. 35%, I'm going to leave that for a moment because it's a little iffy. I can go to 30, I can go to 40, or I can leave it there. All right. I'm going to change this to 150. And by the way, people, let me remind you, it is okay to make mistakes. Even if, as I do this, I might find a better way to do it. Okay. I'm deciding between 30 and 40, or maybe just keep it as is. All right. I notice that this is a multiple of this. 150 is a multiple of 30. Those are compatible numbers. I can work with that. So I'm going to try 30 instead. Okay. So now we want, according to this, and I could be wrong. And if I am, then I can always erase it. 30% of 150. Okay. 30% is 30 per 100 of 150. All right, I can simplify this by a factor of 10. All right, that gives me 3/10. Now, literally, I'd be doing this, 3/10 times 150, and you do all this business. But like I said, I like setting up equivalent fractions, so I'm going to do it this way. That's just me. Oh, since we're going to make equivalent fractions, I need an equal sign. All right. Okay, there we go. I can scale up from 10 to 150, multiplying by 15. Is that right? Is it? Yes, it is. Had a momentary lapse of judgment there, thinking. So 3 times 15 is 45. All right. The answer is 45. Okay, but hold on a minute. What happened? Didn't I say the answer was 50 earlier? Uh-oh. Now see, I'll tell you what happened. The book did it one way. They got 50, I got 45. Who's right? I don't know. Both of us? None of us? Let's figure this out. Now, the actual answer, without estimating, if I were to do the math, let's see, 35%. I'm going to rewrite it, but with actually doing the math, no estimating. 35% is the same as 0.35 or 35 hundredths times 147. Ooh, this is going to get ugly. Okay. Bear with me. 5 times 7, 35. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 3 is 23. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7. If I did the math wrong, please let me know, but I think I'm all right. Let me verify. 5 times 7, 35. Carry the 3. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 3 is 3. Carry the 2. So far, so good. I'm starting in the tens. Well, not really the tens place, but if this point wasn't there, I'd think this is the tens place. So I'm going to start here. My answer is going to go under here. 3 times 7 is 21. Carry the 2. 3 times 4 is 12. Plus 2 is 14. Carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 1 is 4. I'm going to add that together. Here's my place value holder. 5, 4, 11, 5. However, I did have two place values. 1, 2, 1, 2. So the real answer is 51.45. Without estimating. I got 45 and the book says 50. Obviously 50 would be the better answer, but how did they get 50? How'd that work? Okay. See what they did. I'm pretty sure of this. Let me just rewrite it, what they did. right? I'm going to spend a really long time with this problem because I want you to see something. All right, 33%. Eventually, you'll find out it's 1/3, okay? It is that of 147. Same idea. And I actually should make this 150 again. We agreed on that. Okay. Again with the equivalent. Okay. So they got 50. This is how they got it. I got 45. Okay. This would be a more accurate answer, but this is okay too. So if on the quiz, I'm going to look at it plus or minus 10. If you're pretty close, either if you got, let's say, 61 or you got 41, I'll let you have it. But again, you got to show me the work. How did you get it? Don't just guess, because if you do that, you won't get any credit. I'm looking for the work. Okay? Anyways, down to number 22. Here we go. Let me flip the page over. As you see, there's more than one way to do this. So if you have your way and it works, just show me what you did, and then we'll be all right. 22. All right, 79% of 82. Again, we're estimating each percent. 79% is pretty close to 80. I'm kind of going fast here because I like this. 82, pretty close to 80. Let's keep that as well. Of 800, excuse me, times 80. I think we can simplify this by a factor of 20. And that gives us 4/5 times 80. But I'm going to set up two equivalent fractions. 4/5 equals, since we want a full set of 80, that's going to be the denominator. We want a set of 80, but we only want 80% of this full set of 80. So we only want 4/5 of that 80. Again, just to remind you why we're doing this, why the 80 is the denominator. How many groups of 5 can I make from 80? Again, without doing the work, it's just 16. You know what, I want to show you the work. How did I get there? 5 times some number gives you 80. How many groups of 5 can you make from 80? Well, it sounds like a division problem right there. So, real fast. Rate per 100. Got to remind myself of that because I will forget. 74% of 350. Okay, we're going to use the rate per 100. 74% is 74 per 100. Now, we don't have 100, we have 315. Okay, in my head, compatible, what works better with 100? Well, I could change it to 300. That scales pretty easily. It's compatible. I can multiply 100 by 3 to get 300. That means I'll do the same thing here. And if we did this right, let's see. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 7 is 21 plus 1 is 22. That should be the answer. Yep. Again, trust my bear. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see what I just did. There you go, 24. (26) Same thing, rate per 100. 89% of 195. Okay, we're using the per 100 rule. Is it really a rule? Nah. Method. How about that? 89%. 89 per 100. Okay. But we don't have 100. We have 195. Okay. I'm thinking, how can I scale up? What number can I multiply by 100 to scale up to that? Again, compatible numbers. Instead of 195, let's use 200. That's easy. I can work with that. Do the same thing here. 89 times 2. Well, that's 2 times 9. It's 180 minus 2, 188, I believe. Oops, excuse me, 178. But that's okay. I caught myself. All right. So the answer is, dun, 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 178. 28. Oh my goodness, it's a word problem. Here we go. It's a word story. How about that? Let's call it a word story. A group of friends went on a hiking trip. They planned to hike a total of 38 miles. I'm just going to go ahead and draw that. Again, I'm not an artist, but that's okay. I don't need to be. I just need to understand what I'm doing. And hopefully you'll get this too. So if you can imagine a group of friends, bunch of stick figures, they're going to walk 30 miles. Dun, 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 dun. All right. They want to complete 25% of the hike by the end of the first day. About how many miles did they hike the first day? Okay, so they're not going to do the whole thing. They're going to go only 25% of it. So here's 50%, and half of 50 is 25. So they only want to go this far, from here to here. Okay, so we want to know what 25% of 38 is. Okay, so hopefully you understand the story. We have a group of friends, they want to walk 38 miles, but not the whole way. We want to approximately, we want to use numbers that we can use in our head, so we can do the math easily. All right, 25%, I like that. Let me leave it like that for now. I might change it, might not. Let's see. Let's change this to 40. Okay, 25%. I've done this enough times to know that 25% is 1/4. So I have to break something up into 4 parts. I can do this with 40 pretty easily. Okay, now you're asking, how do you go from 25% to 1/4? Real quick. On the side, they have a factor of 25 in common. Ta-da! 1/4. Okay. We want to go 40 miles. That's the full set. That would be my denominator. I can scale it by a factor of 10. Look at that, 10 miles. Approximately. Okay. Again, the goal is to estimate. You're not going to have the exact answer. Okay. But as long as you're reasonable, pretty close to it. I mean, if you can visualize this, 38. If we change it to 40, you should be able to see that it would be 10, 10, 10, 10. And we only want one part of it. One part out of 40, sorry, one part out of 4 is going to be, what, 25%? And the whole thing would be 10 miles. Okay. All right, down to 30. The community garden has 596 vegetables. In the garden, 64% of the vegetables are green vegetables. About how many vegetables in the garden are green? Use a rate of per 100 to estimate. Can I flip the page with a middle space? Again, don't just attack the numbers. Since you have a word problem here, make a story out of this. What do you understand? Okay, so if I can imagine a garden, I'm just going to draw something real fast. Okay, here's my garden with, lettuce, I guess. Let's call it lettuce. Okay, weird lettuce, but whatever. I'll even call it lettuce just so I can remind myself that I'm talking about green vegetables. All right. We have 596. Green vegetables. I just say it like that so I remember how to spell it. Okay. Now, according to this, 64% of them are green vegetables, right? Oh, excuse me. You know what? Now, see, this is why we do this. According to the problem, it's just 596 vegetables, not green, just vegetables. So it can be lettuce, it can be carrots, you know, draw a carrot, whatever. You know, get creative with it. It's a story. What do we want to call it? The point is, only 64% of it is green. Look, half, but pretend it's more than half, please. So from here to here, green vegetables. The rest is whatever you want to call it. I mean, I can't think of anything that's not green as far as vegetables go. Red peppers, cauliflower, white cauliflower, anyways. Anyway, cauliflower is white. Hey, regardless. Anyway, so 64% of those 596 green vegetables, sorry, 596 of those vegetables are green. Okay? Okay. Just have fun with this. I mean, that's all I'm going to say here. All right, let's see what we can work with this. What can we do? 596. We're using the rate per 100. See, I almost forgot what we're doing here. 64% is 64 per 100, but we don't have 100 vegetables. We have 596. Okay. This isn't so compatible with that. I'm going to change it to 600. That I can work with. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, what was he going to do here? I was going to use the estimating the percent instead of the rate per 100 as what the directions asked for. So erase, erasey. I'm going to erase it right now. I could edit it out, but you know what? You guys need to see that, hey, mistakes happen. We all make them. It's okay. Okay. Anyways, 64 per 100, which is 64%. We have 600 vegetables because we're going to estimate it from 586 to 600. This is more compatible with 100. We're going to multiply this by 6. And if we did our math right, it is 384. You want to see the work, don't you? How did you get 384? I can right here you're asking. Well, here we go. Guys, you really got to learn how to multiply if you haven't already. Okay, you're going to be 7th graders next year. 6 times 4 is 24. Carry the 2. 6 times 6 is 36. Plus 2 is 38. And there's your answer, 384 vegetables. Okay. Last one, 32. We have a shaded figure. If I can do this right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. Yep. It looks like 3 rows are shaded plus 1. All right, first thing we have to figure out, the denominator. What's a full set? Well, 5, 10, 15. It's 5 across. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There are 25 boxes. But how many are shaded? 5, 10, 15, 16. All right. Here's 16 and 25, not so much, okay? I mean, we do want a percent, right? We could do this, and the actual would be 64%, but it doesn't want that. Just in your head. Maybe you couldn't do this in your head, I don't know. But let's check this out. What if we make this into 15? Again, we're estimating. 15 is more compatible. I can simplify both these in my head. Divided by 5, excuse me. I was already giving the answer without doing the work. Don't do that. All right. 3/5. 3/5. Again, because I memorized it. Again, eventually there's going to be some fractions just memorize. 3/5 is 60%. This was the actual estimate, but this is the actual answer. This is the estimate. This is the answer. Okay. And that's it. That's the extra practice.